spite of the fact that some people still think that they know, but no, he knows the code. It's not about the salary, it's all about reality and making some noise, making a story, making sure his click stays up. That means when he puts it down, Tox picking it up. Let's go.
Who the hell is he anyway? He never really talks much, never concerned with status, but still even him starstruck. Humble through opportunities given despite the fact that many misjudge him because he makes a living from writing raps. Put it together himself, got a picture connects, never asking for someone's help or to get some respect. He's only focused on what he wrote, his will is beyond reach, and now it all unfolds, the skill of an artist. This is 20% skill, 80% fear, be 100% clear, cause Ryu was ill. Who would have thought he'd be the one that set the West in flames? And I heard him wreck it with the crystal method, name of the game. Came back, dropped Megadeth, took him to church. I like Bleach, man. Why you had the stupidest verse? This dude is the truth. Now everybody giving them guest spots and stocks through the roof. I heard him with that stock.
10% luck, 20% skill, 15% concentrated power of will, 5% pleasure, 50% pain, and 100% reason to remember the name.
They call him Ryu, he's sick and he's spitting fire and Mike got him out the dryer, he's hot. Minor with top, but a nihilist porcupine. He's the type women wanna be within rappers. Hope he gets 8 years in the making, patiently waiting to blow. Now the record we should notice taking over the globe. He's got a partner in crime, his is equally dope. You won't believe the kind of that comes out of this kid's throat. He's not your everyday on the block. He knows how to work with what he's got, making his way to the top. He don't think it's a comment on his name. People keep asking him, was it given that birth that doesn't stand for an acronym? No, he's living proof. Let him rocking the booth.
Let's be back here at Holland Stadium with the Hollywood Restaurant pregame show. Dan Beckley producing and engineering in our Geneva headquarters. Glad you could join us here on WAUB.
Nobody really knows how or why he works so hard. It seems like he's never got time because he writes every
the Albany area where Niskayuna is located, between Albany and Saratoga. You're probably wondering where our regular broadcaster Steve Penstone is. Well, he's retired, moving to Florida, and I wish my buddy just the best of luck moving forward. But now on to today's game. It's going to be a barn burner here. Stakes are high tonight. Our high tonight is that this game, Niskayuna Silver Warriors take a 3-hour trip west, coming to Holland Stadium to take on the Arbor Road. You see, it's kind of a family reunion with the Moscow brothers, Dave, Dan, and John.
Understand nothing was done for me, so I don't plan on stopping at all. I want this forever, mine, ever mine, ever mine. Shutting down in the mall and telling that girl she the one for me, and I ain't even planning to call. I want this forever, mine, ever mine, ever mine, ever mine.
Last name ever, first name greatest. Like a sprained ankle, boy, ain't nothing to play with. Started off local, but thanks to all the haters, I know G4 pilots on a first name basis. In your city, faded off the ground. Nino, she insists she got more class. We know, swimming in the money, come and find me. Nemo, if I was at the club, you know I balled. Chemo, dropped a mixtape that sounded like an album. Who'd have thought a countrywide tour be the outcome? Labels want my name beside an X like Malcolm. Everybody got a deal, I did it without one. Yeah, I'm about my business. Killing all these rappers, you would swear I had a hit list. Everyone who doubted me is asking for forgiveness. If you ain't been a part of it, at least you got to witness.
It may not mean nothing to y'all. Understand nothing was done for me, so I don't plan on stopping at all.
Troy Journey has 567 passing yards and 9 touchdowns. Russ rushing for 277 yards and 4 touchdowns. And in his place will be junior Deshaun Strachan, who played wide receiver for the Bruins last year. He's a very, very good athlete. Returning and highlighting the Bruins offense is junior Elijah Benson. Benson ran for 666 Auburn rushed in the spring for 1,305 yards, 1,305 yards in 5 games for a 261 average per game. So it's safe to say we'll be looking at the Niskayuna spread offense, passing attack versus Auburn's ground Moscow running attack. And with it being the season opener, don't be surprised if this is a high-scoring affair. People are filing into Holland Stadium right now. A gorgeous day right now. We're going to break away for another 4 minutes for another timeout. We come back, we'll be closer. Opening kickoff here from Holland Stadium. You're listening to Auburn Maroons football here on WAEB. We'll be back in 4 minutes. Test 1 2 3. Test 1 2 3. Test 1 2 3. Test 1 2 3. Auburn Maroons football presented by Michaels and Smolak, serious local attorneys. Today's game brought to you by Ben Sussman for Cougar County Circuit Court Judge by the R.G. Wright Agency. your trusted choice, independent agency, South Street in Auburn. By Taco Bell, Liv Moss, Grand Avenue in Auburn. Ed Holinsky here. Press box area at Holland Stadium. Here come the Auburn Maroons. Making the walk down the stairs here at Holland Stadium, coming onto their sideline right now. The Maroons will be in their home. Maroon jerseys, white football pants, maroon helmets with the A on the side. For the Niskayuna Silver Warriors, their road white uniforms, red arm stripes, grayish silver pants, silver helmets. Season opener for both teams, Section 3 versus Section 2. Should be a doozy of a game. Glad you could join us here on WAUB. For those of you who know me from the Weed Sports side, typically I'm broadcasting Weed Sport Warrior football. Tomorrow night on FingerLakesDailyNews.com, we're going to have the Cougar Bowl. 7 o'clock, featuring the Moravia Blue Devils traveling up to Weed Sport to take on the Weed Sport Warriors. Stream-only game on FingerLakesDailyNews.com. Go to the listen link. And then hit the tab for the Auburn, for the Weed Sport tab. So we're going to take it to the PA announcer right now. We're ready to get our pregame festivities out of the way, and then start with the game. Gorgeous day here at Holland Stadium. Beautiful
Please
sunshine.
stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
This game is also streaming on the Auburn Enlarged School District website. We're providing the audio for the broadcast here tonight.
Singing the national anthem tonight will be Avery Zink.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets were clear, the bombs bursting with air gave proof through the night that the flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave in the land of the free and the hope of the brave?
This is Avery Zink with tonight's national anthem.
Thank you, Avery. Great job with the national anthem.
Today's game is brought to you by
We'd
Terry
like to
Cuddy
welcome
for re-election to
Niskayuna
Auburn
Holland
City
Stadium
Council.
tonight. Their head coach, Brian Grassdorf. Also assistant coach Pete Fernie, John Nappy, and Kevin Dickinson. Welcome to Niskayuna to Holland Stadium. Coaches for Auburn, Dave Moskoff, Matt Moskoff, Chris Kudla, Colin Perry, and Luke Parker. Officials for tonight's game: referee Gary Valrino, Bruce Nichols, Clark Israels, Craig Dowler, and Dave Farney.
Captains are coming out to the center of the field for the coin toss.
Captain's coming out for the coin toss.
For Auburn, we show Makai Bailey, Deshaun Strachan, Jeremiah Phillips, and Delmar Goldsmith.
Captains for Niskayuna, number 11, Dan Quinn. Number 22, Darian Parker. Number 26, Thomas Titsworth. Captains for the Maroons, number 2, Delmar Goldsmith. Number 33, Jeremiah Phillips. Number 8, Deshaun Strachan. And number 14, Mackay Bailey.
Auburn has won the toss, elects to
Auburn's
receive.
won the toss and is elected to receive the opening kickoff for tonight's game.
Auburn will be going right to left in this first half.
Sportsmanship is a high priority of both the New York State Public and High School Athletic Association and the
Niskayuna
Auburn
will be
City School
going to
District.
left to right
Appropriate,
here.
respectful, and sportsmanlike behavior is expected from all players, coaches, officials, and spectators. Negative statements or actions will not be tolerated. Let this contest reflect mutual respect for the efforts of all involved.
Deep for Auburn on the kickoff. Number 2 will be Delmar Goldsmith. On the far side of the field, Daryl Overstreet. Both seniors. Waiting for Niskayuna to come onto the field, getting their final instructions from their coach, Brian Grassdorf, assistant coach, Pete Fury, assistant coach, John Fury, assistant coach, John Nappy,
Back to
assistant
receive
coach,
for
Kevin
Auburn,
Dickinson.
Deshaun Strachan, number 8, and number 2, Delmar Goldsmith.
Putting the ball down at the 40-yard line.
Kicking for Niskayuna, number 37, Cooper Harvey.
Niskayuna bunched up at the, lined up. No wide stance whatsoever. Auburn is bunched up as well, too, on the receiving. Their front 2 lines within the first 7 yards. Cooper Harvey. Now Niskayuna breaks into a normal formation, spreads out. Likewise for Auburn as well, too. Little gamesmanship right now going on. Comes Harvey, kicks it into it. Ball's going to drop right around the 20-yard
Ball
line.
fielded by Goldsmith.
Picked up by Goldsmith up on the middle. Gets it out right to about the 40-yard
Nice
line.
return out over
Going
the
to mark him
40-yard
down
line.
at the
Auburn takes
39-yard
over
line. It's
first
going to be
possession.
1st and 10 for the Maroons. Nice 19-yard return by Goldsmith. First series of the season for the Auburn Maroons. Deshaun Strachan, the junior quarterback, is going to lead them out. Plan on looking at a lot of Elijah Benson. He's their workhorse.
Ball spotted at 39-yard line for the Maroons, 1st and 10.
Benson, 6'1", 222 pounds, junior. He is going to be in the eye. He is the back for that. Give it to Benson, coming
Hand
down.
off to Benson.
Going to get a short gain, maybe the 42-yard line. Give him a gain of 3 on the play. Starting off
Tackled
in
by
the I
number 26,
formation.
Thomas Titsworth, gain of 3.
Gain of 3, make it 2nd and 7. Fans still coming into Holland Stadium right now. Many of them thinking it's a 6:30 start.
2nd down,
A little
7
bit
on
early
the
today.
42-yard line.
Maroons break the huddle. 42-yard line. 2nd and 7. I formation for the Maroons. Benson deep in the eye. Benson give it on the pitch coming left.
Pitch left to Benson.
Gets it up almost to midfield. Going to be very close at the
Benson off
first
the left
down.
side.
See if he's got enough on that.
Tackle by Davion Wimberly.
Let's see where they spot it here. 1st and 10
First
for the
down for the
Maroons.
Maroons.
Got enough.
Ball spotted at the 49-yard line.
Gain of 7 for Benson on that. 2 rushes, 10 yards. Ball located at
Benson
the
with early 2
left
rushes
hash
for
mark.
10 yards.
Strachan under center. In the eye once again. Give it over to Benson down the middle. For breaking it out to the right-hand side.
And
Gets
off
down to the
Benson off the
45-yard
right side.
line. Punches it down that way. Going to be a gain of 5, maybe 6 on the play for the Maroons.
Gain of 5 for the Maroons.
Nothing but ground Moskov at this point. Running right, running left. Nothing fancy about it. Hat on hat, man on man. And the team who executes and makes the best plays is going to be successful. Strachan now in the gun. 2 wide receivers to the right. Strachan keeps it himself. Coming left. Gets down to the 45. Trying to cut it inside. Reverse
Cuts it back
field.
off the right side.
You got a flag on the play at the 46-yard line. Here comes Strachan going around the right side down to the 20, 15, 10, 5. Takes it in. Is it going to stick though?
For the Maroons.
Is that 46-yard? Is that going to be a 46-yard touchdown run? Coming back. It's a hold on Auburn.
Touchdowns coming back. Holding against the Maroons.
It's 46-yard line. Strachan going left, short side of the field. Decide to cut it back the other way. Before he even cut it back, the flag had been thrown for the hold. All for naught for the Maroons.
Holding for Auburn. Takes away that nifty run by Strachan.
Maroons on this drive starting on their own 39-yard line. Let's see if this penalty is going to hurt them. Coming back, it's on a 2nd down play. Holding. Spot foul going to bring it back to the Maroons, a 45-yard line.
At the 45-yard line for the Maroons.
Going to bring up roughly a 14 yards.
2nd and 14 for the Maroons.
The 45-yard lines. Ball on the left hash mark. Strachan in the gun.
Strachan in shotgun.
Looking to pass, going to hold it. Trying to go right, trying to beat a player. Throws it downfield. Intercepted, coming back the other way.
Thrown and intercepted by the Silver Warriors.
Shane Bracken with the interception for the Silver Warriors. Got it right around the 45-yard line. Brought it up to right about to the 49 of Auburn. It'll be 1st and 10 for Niskayuna on that turnover.
Interception by Niskayuna gives them possession.
Strachan would have been a little bit better off
At the
throwing
Auburn
that ball out of bounds. He
47-yard
was
line.
outside
First
of the
down,
pocket.
Niskayuna.
Tried to make a play, force it into a situation well into coverage. And a lot of people, bodies
First
in
and
the
10
place.
for the Warriors.
Live and learn, educational process. Ball marked at the 47-yard line, 1st and 10.
Quinn in the shotgun.
Quinn. He keeps
Big
it
handoff
himself.
up the middle.
Quarterback keeper on that. Fake the dive play. Going to Devon Wembley. Quinn
Tackled
keeps
by
it.
number 75, Jaden Dolly.
Brings it down to the
2nd
Auburn
and 7 on the
44-yard
Maroon
line.
44.
Gain of 3 on the play for Quinn. This spread offense for Niskayuna could give Auburn, it fits, 2 wide receivers to the right, 1 to the left.
Quinn back in the shotgun.
A little bit of a high snap, gives the ball inside.
Inside handoff.
It looks like number 26, Thomas Titsworth.
Carried by number 26, Thomas Titsworth.
Short gain on the play, gets it down to the
Very short gain on the play.
43-yard
Takes
line.
it down to the 43-yard line. It's going to be 3rd and 6. 3rd and 6 for Niskayuna.
Let's see what the
Makai
Maroons
Bailey
can
on the
dial
stop
up
there.
defensively, better yet, on the same token, what Niskayuna is going to do as well, too. Ball right in the middle of the field. Go either way with their play. Quinn has not put it up yet. In the shotgun, wide receivers right, wide receivers left, trying to give it.
And out to
Oh,
Titsworth.
beautiful
Great
play.
On the outside. Great tackle
Quinn hands
for
it
the
over to
Maroons
Titsworth.
by 21, Isaiah
Titsworth
Parkman.
tackled
Loss on
back
the
in his
play.
own
Tackle in the backfield
portion
by
of the
Parkman.
field, back at the 49-yard line. Going to be a big loss of about 8 on the play. Going to bring up 4th.
Going to bring up 4th and 14 for Niskayuna. 4th and 14 at their own 49-yard line.
Niskayuna going to go, or are they going to punt it? Looks like they're going for it. Quinn's in the shotgun. Two wide receivers split to the left, one to the right. Auburn showing blitz. Now Quinn goes back in the shotgun. Going back for Auburn. Deshaun Strachan. There's the punt. Looks like Strachan's going to get it on the field. He does it at the 20, going right. Here comes Strachan over to 30, 35, 40. Skips out of bounds right around the 41, 42-yard line.
With the return.
Good return for Auburn. Today's game presented by Michaels and Smolak, serious local attorneys. By Terry Cuddy for re-election to Auburn City Council. By Brian Muldrow for Cougar County Legislature. By the Hollywood Restaurant, serving generations of families throughout the Finger Lakes. Thank you, Hollywood Restaurant, being our pregame sponsor. By Christina Calarco for Cougar County Legislature. By Tompkins Trust, making your community better. Second offensive series to the Maroons, 6:59 left here in the first quarter. Maroons starting at their own 42-yard line. Season over, ball on the right hash mark. Strachan giving it over to Benson. Benson at the 39. Little stutter step, gets out to about the, going to mark him out at the 47, between the 47 and 48.
Cole Nappy ran him out of bounds.
Going to give him 5 on the
Benson
play.
off the left side off the pitch. Brings up 2nd and 5 for the Maroons at their 47-yard line.
Nice 22-yard punt return by Deshaun Strachan. Good defensive stand by the Maroons before that. Strachan hands it back over to Benson. Benson going right, trying to cut it up in the middle. Tackle stacked down.
Benson off the right side.
Gets out to about the 48-yard line. Could be maybe about a gain of 3 on the play.
Tackle by number 22, Darian Parker.
They mark it at the 39. They mark it at the 49.
Parker with a stop.
It's going to make it between a 1 and 2 yard, 3rd and 1
Brings
or 2.
up 3rd and 5 at the Niskayuna 49-yard line. 2.
No, not 3rd and 5, 3rd and 1. Here come the Maroons. Strachan under center. Musso out to the right. Handed inside. Number 33, he gets stacked up.
Hand out to Phillips.
Jeremiah Phillips. They smelled that out.
Number 22,
got a loss on the play. Going to lose about
Parker with the
3, maybe 4 yards on the play. Going to bring up 4th down and 4.
4th and 4 for the Maroons.
Tried to do things a little bit differently. Didn't work out for them. The Maroons are going to go back and punt formation. Back to
Looks
punt
like
for the
Mackay
Maroons.
Bailey back to punt for the Maroons.
Mackay Bailey for Niskayuna.
Davion Wimberly back for Niskayuna.
Shane Brocken, number 82 and number 7. Devon Wimberly.
Shane Bracken also back.
Puts a foot into
Squibber
it.
kick.
Squibs it. You're going to let it go. The ball's going to die and be
Warriors let the ball
down.
go. Maroons will take over with possession.
Looks like at about the 13-yard line. Nice kick to pin him back.
Silver Warriors take over possession at their own 13-yard line. 1st and 10, Niskayuna.
Maroons football brought to you by David Dempsey for Cougar County Treasurer. By SUNY Binghamton, a degree from Binghamton will set you up for success. Visit binghamton.edu. By Damon College, a world of opportunity. More than 65 majors available. Learn more at damon.edu. If you're watching on the stream,
Quinn back in the shot.
we're providing the audio for the Auburn School District. Here comes Quinn going right. Gets knocked down, tackled after a short gain.
Right side. Isaiah Parker with the stop. Parker with the stop of the Quinn run off the right side.
Going to give him about 3 on the play. Going to bring up a 2nd and 7.
Gain of 3, 2nd and 7 for Niskayuna.
For being quite the passer, we haven't seen a pass yet. A pass-happy offense for Niskayuna. Not a pass yet thrown by Quinn. Ball on the right hash mark. 2 wide receivers to the left, 1 to the
Quinn
right.
back to throw.
Quinn is back to pass. Throwing it deep. It's going to be intercepted. Should have been
Ball is
intercepted.
Incomplete pass, and Quinn knocked down on the right side.
Should have been picked off by Phil Peterson, but
Knocked down, and number 16, Phil Peterson, a nice defensive tackle.
4:35 left here in the first quarter.
3rd and 7 for the Warriors at their own
3rd and
16-yard
7 for the
line.
Silver Warriors. Got some wind out on the field as well, too. Temperature in the mid-60s. Sun is still shining. We're going to have the lights have come on right now. We're going to get darkness by 7:30. Quinn back to pass, looking over the middle. Going to put it down. He's tackled. He is sacked. Beautiful sack. Brought down. Going to bring up a 4th and 10. Mackay Bailey with the tackle. They're going to be kicking it near their end zone. It's going to be Quinn.
Scratching back to receive the punt from Quinn.
High snap. Quinn gets it, puts a foot into it.
Get there.
Tracking, lets it drop. Goes over midfield. Going to be down at the Auburn 35-yard line.
35-yard line.
That got an extra 15-yard bounce. We're going to step aside 30 seconds. We'll be back here from Holland Field, from Holland Stadium.
1st and 10, throwing 35. First down for the Maroons. Benson in the I formation. Hand off to Benson off the right side.
Back here at Holland Stadium, Maroons take possession on 3rd possession. 3:42 left in the first quarter. Maroons taking on their 35. Benson with the first run gets it out to the 41-yard line. Going to be a game of 6 on the play. Brings up a 2nd and 4.
Second and 4 for the Maroons.
Benson, the deep back for Auburn. Jeremiah Phillips, the up back. Deshaun fakes it, going left. Going to keep it, still on his feet. Gets tackled, still on his feet. Going to get down to the, right around the 49-yard line. 48-yard line is going to be a first down for the Maroons. Wasn't a pretty play, but it got done. Distracting avoided one tackler.
Maroons first down on their own 48-yard line.
.48-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Maroons. 2:59 left in the first quarter here. Scoreless game here. Got a flag. Could be a timeout. Timeout called by the Maroons. We're going to step aside for a 1-minute break. No score from Holland Stadium. You're going to listen to Auburn Maroons football here on WAUB.
Once again, the officials for tonight's game: referee Gary Ballerino, umpire Bruce Nichols, linesman Clark Israels, line judge Craig Dowler, and back judge Dave Farney. scoreless first quarter.
Auburn Maroons football brought to you by Mark's Pizzeria, where they treat you like family. 1st and 10 for the Maroons. We're coming off of a timeout right now. Something now right lined up correctly. Maroons decided to take the timeout.
Scratching in the gun.
Here comes the Strachan, keeps it on the fake run. Down to the 45, drives it down to the almost the 39-yard line. Got a flag on the play in the backfield.
Again, there's a flag on the play.
Going to call a holding on Auburn. Second holding call of the game against the Maroons. Spot foul, perhaps. Let's see. We're going to mark this off. Probably going to put it right down at the 35-yard line. Yes, they are going to. It's going to bring up a. That's.
Ball spot at 35-yard line. It's 1st and 23 for the Maroons on the 35-yard line.
That one hurts. 1st and 23 for the Maroons. Clock stops. 2:51 left. We're scoreless here. Good crowd here at Holland Stadium. Ball at the left hash mark. Benson split off to the right. Strachan in the gun. Handed off. Fake handoff.
Fake handoff up the middle. Sparing the ball.
Strachan keeps it. The fake handoff originally.
Number 18, Miller on the stop. Number 18, Miller on the stop for the short game.
Fake handoff to Jeremiah Phillips. Strachan with the keeper. Gets it out to the 49-yard line. Gain of 5. Going to bring up a 2nd and 18.
That's a 5-yard gain for the Maroons. 2nd and 18 on their own 40.
Ball still at the left hash mark. Clock running. Maroons back in the I formation. Phillips the up man. Handed off to Benson. Benson running right. Benson got a little crease. Gets it up there midfield. Goes out of bounds right around the 48, 49-yard line. See, we're going to mark him out.
Number 2, Cole Nappy with the stop of Elijah Benson carry.
Going to mark him out at the 49-yard line. Good gain for Benson.
Ball spot at the 49-yard line of Niskayuna.
Got to get down to about the 42-yard line. Going to bring up a 3rd and between
3rd and 6 for the Maroons.
Long 6, short
Niskayuna,
7.
49-yard line.
Ball now at the right hash mark. Maroons have had success running to the right. Wondering if they're going to split it back the other way going left. Benson, here comes, beautiful block by, here comes Strachan. Got to be very close to the first down. Coaches on the sideline for Auburn think they have it. Going to drive it down to the 41-yard line with the spot. The officials are saying, yes, it is a first down.
First down for the Maroons.
Maroons avoid disaster on that 1st and 23. They get just enough for the first down. Clock stopped by the official as they move the chains. Now the clock restarts. Ball on the left hash mark.
Ball spot on the left hash. 41-yard line of Niskayuna. Maroons have a nice drive going there.
Isaiah Parkman splits out to the left. Put Phillips out to the left. Put Phillips in motion. Phillips gets the ball. Here he goes. Head of steam. There he goes. Phillips gonna go. Does he have enough? Gonna go for to the touchdown. Jeremiah Phillips with the handoff. 41-yard touchdown run for Jeremiah Phillips. Puts Auburn on the board. 1:11 left here in the first quarter. Jeremiah Phillips, untouched.
Number 33, Jeremiah Phillips.
41-yard TD run. Took the inside handoff going left to right.
41-yard touchdown run by Jeremiah Phillips for the Maroons, makes it 6-0.
All right, the Maroons are going to go. Are they going for 1 or 2? Looks like they're going to go for 2. Strachan comes out on the field. Ball marked at the 2-yard line. 6-0 the Maroons.
Looks like the Maroons are going for 2.
Maroons going in the I formation, the up man. Mackay Bailey.
I formation for the Maroons. Benson in the backfield.
Benson deep. Running right, Strachan. He's going to run. Got enough?
Watching with the keeper.
They give it to him. It is. It's in for 2-point keeper. He got the 2 points, and Auburn now leads 8-0. We're going to step aside for a 1-minute break. Auburn 8, Niskayuna 0. We'll be back in 1 minute here on WUB.
With 1:11 left in the first quarter, the Maroons break the seal. 8-0 Auburn Maroons. Open up their 2021 home campaign.
Back here at Holland Stadium, Ed Holinsky here in the press box, calling a beautiful game so far for the Auburn Maroons. They lead Niskayuna 8-0. Glad you could join us. Matt Meckley in our Geneva headquarters, producing and engineering. Matt, thank you for making me sound so good. Thank you to all our listeners in the 315, the 518, or anywhere else in the world listening to today's season opener for both teams. Section 3 versus Section 2. Kicking off for Auburn.
Bailey with the kick.
Mackay Bailey punches it. The ball goes on the ground. It's a live ball at the 18.
Looks like Wimberly. Wimberly on the
Niskayuna pounces on it. Gives them not so good field position to begin this drive. That Auburn drive.
Zaire Morris with the tackle.
Third time, third to charm for Auburn. First 2 times they stalled. Third time, beautiful play, 41-yard touchdown run by Jeremiah Phillips. 2-point conversion by Deshaun Strachan gives Auburn an 8-0 lead. Ball going to be marked on the left hash mark. Quinn in the shotgun. Looks like he's got Cameron Royal behind him. Quinn back to pass. Fakes. Quinn's going to go down. He does go down. Another sack for the Maroons. Second sack of the game for Auburn. Going to be brought down right around the 14-yard line. It looks like it's going to be a loss of 5 on the play.
5 yards. Second and 14 for Niskayuna on their own 15-yard line as the first quarter winds down.
We're down to 40 seconds here in the first quarter. Quinn and Niskayuna in the shotgun. 2 wide receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Quinn back to pass, going to air it out deep. He's got a man open. He overthrows him right at midfield. Had a man wide open by about 3 yards. Going to bring up a 3rd and 15. Stops the clock with 24.1 seconds here in the first quarter. Good idea, good thought. Just couldn't execute it and get it done.
24 seconds left in the first quarter.
Ball still marked on the left hash mark. 2 wide receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Tanner Wood, Devon Wembley to the right. Throws it over the middle, goes over to Wembley. Screen pass to Wembley. Wembley's going to be short. They keep him in bounds or out of bounds. Keep him in bounds, he's going to be short. Going to wind down the first quarter here. Down to 5, 4. And that's going to be the first quarter here. Auburn leading 8-0 here. We'll be back in 1 minute. You're listening to Auburn Maroons football here on WUB.
We have the Auburn Maroons with an 8-0 lead over Niskayuna.
Back here at Holland Stadium at Helinski, it's the start of the second quarter here. Auburn Maroons leading 8-0 over the Niskayuna Silver Warriors. Today's game presented by Michaels and Smolak. Serious local attorneys by Brew Funeral Home. Pre-planning is peace of mind. Learn more about it from brewfuneralhome.com. By Mark's Pizzeria. They treat you like family at Mark's Pizzeria. Going to be a 4th down. Niskayuna changing side. Quinn puts a foot into it. Go over to Deshaun Strachan, going to take it at his own 46-yard line. Dances, still on his feet, right on the sideline. Going to get knocked down at the 49-yard line of Niskayuna. Gives Auburn a great field position to start this drive here in the second quarter. Going to give Auburn a short field here in this second quarter.
Short field here for the Maroons. 1st and 10 on the Niskayuna 49-yard line.
Today's game is brought to you by the Varsity Agency, where you want to be when you need an insurance policy. By Ben Sessman for Cuba County Circuit Court Judge. By Christina Clarko for Cuba County Legislature. For Brian Muldrow for Cuba County Legislature. By David Dempsey for Cuba County Treasurer. Here come the Maroons, 1st and 10. At the Silver Warriors 49-yard line, going left to right here in this second quarter. Ball on the right hash mark. Strachan, low snap, keeps it still on his feet, drives forward out to the 45-yard line. Made a lot out of nothing. 4-yard gain on the play. Thomas Titsworth, the tackle for the Silver Warriors.
Second gain of 4. 2nd and 6 for the Silver Warriors.
No passing yet by the Maroons. Looked like they attempted a couple passes, but Strachan hasn't. Well, I take that back. He's thrown it up once and was intercepted earlier in the game. I stand corrected. Strachan, he fakes pumps. Going to go to the right. He's got room. Down to 49, 40. Make that the 36-yard line. He's going to have enough for a 1st down. Dances out of bounds. He looked left, trying to swing it out. That play was snuffed up. Strachan decided to hold it, danced over to his right, turned the corner, got enough for the 1st down, more than 6 yards. Going to mark it at the 36.
On the Warriors' 36-yard line.
Ball on the right hash mark. Phillips, the up man, the only scorer of the game today for Auburn. Benson deep in the eye. Pitch it out to Benson, going left, down to driving it down to close to the 30-yard line. Mark him at the 31-yard line. Helmet comes flying off for a Niskayuna player. They stop the clock. It's going to be a gain of 5 on the play for Elijah.
Flag on the play.
Yep. After the player's cleared, there was a flag on the play. What's your preliminary call, Mr. Referee? Holding.
Holding on the Auburn.
On Auburn. That'll be the 3rd one of the game so far.
Nifty gain off the left side.
Last time they went the 1st and 23. Let's see what this one's going to end up being. Spot foul. They mark the ball at the 45-yard line.
Looks like the ball is going to be spotted at the 45-yard line of Niskayuna.
Auburn's got to get down to right around the 26, so it's a 1st and 19 for the Maroons.
19 for the Maroons.
Ball marked on the left hash mark. Phillips under center. I take that back to Strachan under center. Phillips the up man in the eye. Benson handed up to Benson going down the middle. Just powers his way down to the 35-yard line. Going to make it a 2nd and 9. 8-yard gain for Elijah.
Benson carry. Ball spotted at the 35-yard line.
He took the handoff, went straight up the middle,
Looks like 2nd and 9
put his head down, and dared anybody to stop him. He just bowled over a few Silver Warrior players. 10:08 left here before halftime. Maroons leading 8-0. Strachan under center. Hands it up the middle over to Benson. Benson running right. Spills gets tackled at the 30-yard line. Hey, we've got all kinds of different listeners from the local area, the 518. I have a dear friend, Tony Cohn, Anthony, listening in Texas. My friend, hope all is well with you. Thanks so much for letting me know that you're on. Welcome to Auburn High football here on WAUB and streaming on FingerLakeDailyNews.com. All right, down in distance, 33 for the Maroons. 29-yard line. Ball on the right hash mark. Clock moving. 9:15 left here in the first quarter. Maroons leading 8-0 here at beautiful Holland Stadium. I formation. Benson deep. Almost got Niskayuna to jump. Benson getting the pick going left. Going to try to break it out. Got a flag going down on the play. Could be another hold on. Could be another hold on Auburn. Trying to make that block. Let's see what the call is going to be on that. Another holding call on Auburn. That's the fourth one. Going to back it up. Where do we see? Where's it going to be at the spot foul? Going to mark it at the 39-yard line. Auburn's got to get down to the 26.
Ball is placed at the Niskayuna 39-yard line.
It's going to be a 3rd and 13.
3rd and 13 for the Maroons.
See what Dave Moskov and his offensive coaches have dialed up for this. Ball on the left hash mark. We have a timeout on the field by Auburn. We're going to take out a timeout as well, too. Back in 1 minute here from WAUB.
8:57 left in the second quarter. Maroons are up 8-0. 3rd and 13 at their own at Niskayuna's 39-yard line.
Ed Holinsky back here at Holland Stadium. 3rd and 13 for the Maroons. Their 4th holding penalty in 20 minutes of football. Strachan back to pass, going right.
Going right.
Gets it by one player. Tries to fire it. He does fire it down to an open spot.
Right side for the Maroons.
Goes
right out of bounds by number
Goes incomplete.
12, Gavin Pendergrass. Nice play for the Silver Warriors by Pendergrass.
Auburn not in sync yet with their passing game.
Brings up 4th down for the Maroons. 4th and 13.
Are they going to punt at that point? That just makes it look like what their strategy going to be. Play the field possession game and try to pin back the Silver Warriors. Be a short field, be a short punt. But it looks like it's going to be a punt with Strachan and punt formation. But him being the quarterback and a running quarterback, don't be surprised if he decides to take it and run around the right side. Nobody back for this. It is a fake punt. Here going the other way. Goldsmith. Fake punt on the short snap. Gets it down to the 34-yard line. Not going to be enough. Turnover and possession for the.
Goldsmith off the right side. Niskayuna will take over possession.
Turnover on possession by the Maroons. Niskayuna going to start at their own 34-yard line. Today's game is brought to you by Mark's Pizzeria, where they treat you like family at Mark's Pizzeria. By SUNY Binghamton, a degree from Binghamton will set you up for success. Visit binghamton.edu. By Kugan and Dagabosi, Bosie's unleashing potential in our community. Niskayuna going right to left here in the second quarter. Good field position for them to start this drive.
Good field position for the Warriors. They start on the 34.
Quinn back in the gun to his right. Cole Nappy. 2 wide receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Gonna throw it downfield. Looks like, oh, nearly intercepted.
Intended.
Devon Wimbley had to break it up.
Davion Wimberly.
Had to break it up or it would have been intercepted by Auburn.
Nice play by Phillips.
Jeremiah Phillips, a great position defensively.
2nd and 10 for the Warriors on their own 34-yard line.
Stops the clock, 8:35 left here in the second quarter. Auburn leading 8-0.
Nappy flanks.
2 wide receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Quinn back to pass, rolling to the right. He does loft it. He's got a man. Got a collision. They're going to call interference on Auburn. Got some bodies that tangled up. Looks like they're going to call it on Jeremiah Phillips. Both went down. Receiver got tripped up on the play. Interference on Auburn.
Leg on the play looks like interference on the Maroons.
A lot of laundry, a lot of penalties on the Maroons so far this game. 4 holding fouls, pass interference. All right, marching it off. Going to mark the ball, put it at the
Ball is being marked at the Niskayuna 49-yard line.
49-yard line, 1st and 10.
Silver Warriors.
Silver Warriors coming out. 2 wide receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Shane Bracken to the left. Wembley to the right. Give it inside. The Cole Nappy. He's going nowhere. Actually, he's going to lose 2 yards. Going to bring him back down to the 46-yard line. Going to bring up a 2nd and 12 for the Silver Warriors.
Actually, a loss on the play brings up 2nd and 12 for the Warriors.
Ball marked in the middle of the field. Clock moving. 7:50 left before halftime. Auburn leading 8-0 here. Season opener.
Quinn once again in the shotgun.
2 wide receivers to the right, 1 to the left. High snap. Quinn gets it down.
Right.
Going right. Keeps it himself. He fumbles the ball. He drops it. Picked up by Jeremiah Phillips. They blew him dead, but
Looks like a fumble on the play recovered by the Maroons.
let's see what the officials say on it. Was there a knee down when the ball came out? It is Auburn ball.
Number 33,
Jeremiah Phillips with the recovery for Auburn.
The timely fumble recovery for the Maroons.
Quinn coughs it up. Jeremiah Phillips picks it up. Gets stopped on the play.
Was forced by number 14, Makai Bailey.
Makai Bailey forcing the fumble. Auburn to start
Auburn takes over
at their own 49-yard line.
On their 49-yard line, 1st and 10 on the Maroons.
Good defensive stop for the Maroons. Let's see if they can put something together without any penalty in this drive. Ball marked on the left hash mark.
Ball on the left hash.
Bailey set off to the right of
Scratching in the gun.
Strachan. Hands it off. Inside. Here comes Jeremiah Phillips.
Nice game.
Kind of the play that he scored out from 41 yards out. Close to a 10-yard run on that play.
For the Silver Warriors off the nice game for Phillips, 2nd and 1.
This could be a big game for Phillips as everybody's keying on Benson. Gain of 9 on the play, going to bring up 2nd and 1 for the Maroons. They got 3 downs to play. We'll see what they'll dial up. Will they take it deep?
On the Silver Warriors 42-yard line.
Ball in the middle of the field. Go left, go right. Split out one wide receiver out to the 2 out to the right, 2 to the left.
Big handoff brought out the right side. Ran out of bounds.
Deshaun Strachan with the run gets it down to the 37-yard line. Got enough for the first down.
Runs out.
Auburn put 2 wide receivers to the right, 2 to the left.
down for the Maroons.
Mark it at the
Ball
37.
spotted at Niskayuna's 37-yard line.
Clock stopped. 6:37 left here before halftime.
Clock stop is 6:37 here before halftime.
Ball on the right hash mark. Benson offset to the left of Strachan in the gun. Strachan coming left. What a block by Benson. He flattened the guy. Strachan loses the ball. Gets enough to fall on it.
Tackle by number 2, Cole Nappy off the left side. Run by Strachan.
Ball fumbled. Jack Polipchik comes up for the ball for Auburn.
Jack Flipcheck with the fumble recovery for the Maroons.
Ball marked at the 32-yard line. Going to bring up a 3rd and about 5. 3rd and 5. Make that 2nd and 5 for the Maroons.
2nd and 5 for the Maroons at the Niskayuna 32.
Ball on the left hash mark. Going in the eye. Giving it to Benson. Benson head of steam.
Hand up off the right
Knocked
side,
down at
nice
the 32-yard line.
Niskayuna by number 3, Tanner Wood with a nice tackle.
Beautiful
off the right
tackle by Tanner Wood. Knocked down Benson just when he was getting ahead of steam. Ball still at the 32-yard line. No gain on the play.
Ball spotted at the 32-yard line. 3rd and 5 for the Maroons.
3rd and 5 for the Maroons. This is 4-down territory for them, so nothing to worry about at this point.
Scratching under center in the I formation. Mekhi Bailey and Elijah Benson.
Bailey, the up man. Benson. Give it to Benson. Straight up the middle. He's got a head of steam down to the 25. Got enough for a first down.
By number 22.
Tackled by the shirt. Spun around and knocked down. Gain of 7 on the play. First down for the Maroons.
Benson with the carry. Parker with the tackle.
Today's game brought to you by David Dempsey for Cougar County Treasurer. By Terry Cuddy for re-election to Auburn City Council.
Ball spotted at the 25-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Maroons.
By Brian Muldrow for Cougar County Legislature. By the Hollywood Restaurant, serving generations of families throughout the Finger Lakes. 1st and 10 for the Maroons. Clock running, 4:40 before halftime. Right near the right hash mark.
Strachan in the gun. Flank to the left by Benson.
Strachan keeps it, rolling to the left. Trying to get rid of it, going to keep it.
Strachan
Gets
rolls
knocked
to the
down.
left, taken down for a loss.
Taken down at the
By number
27-yard
11,
line.
Quinn with a nice tackle.
And he's
Quinn
not
with the
getting up
tackle.
off the turf. We've got an injury. Strachan is down. Tackled a little bit awkwardly. Not going to speculate what his situation is at that point, but while he's down, we're going to go to a 1-minute break here. You're listening to Auburn Maroons football here on WAUB. We'll be back in 1 minute. Back here at Holland Stadium, Ed Holinsky coming off the field, being assisted. Deshaun Strachan can't put any weight on his right leg, being assisted off the field by a couple of his teammates. It's going to be a big blow for the Maroons. Their starting quarterback, their running quarterback. Going to see who the backup is going to come and run the offense for Auburn.
2nd and 12 for the Maroons.
Who's who's going to go under center. Looks like a quarterback.
Number 5, Elijah Scott in the game for the Maroons.
Look at number 5, Elijah Scott. Scott hands it off. Coming Phillips, coming right. Down the 25. Pounds it down to the 24-yard line.
Right side by number 3, Tanner Wood. Niskayuna tackle number 3, Tanner Wood off the Phillips run.
Going to bring up a 3rd and 9.
Bring up a 3rd and 9 for the Maroons on the
Short
Niskayuna
gain.
24-yard
Ball going to be
line.
marked on the right hash mark. Big blow for the Maroons. Being looked at by the trainer.
Number 5, Elijah Scott in at QB for the Maroons.
Assisted coming. Deshaun was getting some help getting off the field. Couldn't put any weight on it.
Formation behind
Elijah Scott. Big moment for him in this game. Hands the ball up to Benson. Benson going down the middle. Still on his feet. Gets down to about the 14-yard line. Going to have enough for the first down.
Tackle by number 18.
You get 9. You need 9. He gets 10.
On the stop for Niskayuna. Looks to be a first down. Clock's running. 2:53 left in the first half. 1st and 10 for the Maroons at the Niskayuna 14-yard line.
Ball at the 14. 2:45 left before halftime. Maroons in the red zone. Looking to capitalize. We thought this was going to be ground Moscow this year, utilizing Benson and Phillips.
Scott under center. Phillips and Benson in the eye.
Now with the starting quarterback out, it's going to be that even more so. Pitch goes to Benson going left. They got enough? No, tackle back for a loss. Beautiful tackle by Dan Quinn, the quarterback for Niskayuna. Heads up tackle. Takes down the big 222-pound Benson for a loss. 5-yard loss.
For a loss. 5-yard loss for the Maroons.
Clock moving. 1:57 left. Going to bring up a 2nd and 15 for the Maroons.
2nd and 16 for the Maroons.
They've got to get it down to right about the 5-yard line. Ball on the left hash mark. Maroons come to the line. Elijah Scott under center. Benson
Scott under center.
deep in the eye. Fake. Scott running right. Throws. Ball nearly intercepted. It was tipped at the line.
Nice defensive play by number 22. Darian Parker with the stop.
Looked like Daniel Miller got his hands on it at the line of scrimmage. Going to bring up 3rd and 15. Elijah Scott goes over to the sideline. Get the play. Benson rejoins the huddle. To bring up a 3rd and about 15. See what it's 2-down territory for the Maroons.
3rd and 16 for the Maroons.
Clock stopped. 1:30 left before halftime. Ball on the left hash mark. Scott in the gun. Going back to pass. Looking downfield. Looking for the string pass. Give it to Benson. No blockers on that little screen pass. Benson gets it down to about the 16-yard line. Good idea, but they couldn't get any line out that way. Any blocking.
Clock is stopped. Niskayuna with the timeout. Silver Warriors called timeout. Looks like 4th and 13 for the Maroons on their own 17-yard line.
1:11 left before halftime. What's Auburn got to dial up on this play? Ball's going to be marked on the right hash. Looks like they want to move the clock back to 1:15. It is 1 minute and 15 seconds they want to put on the clock with the timeout. All right, they got 11:50, which is kind of like not right, but that's okay. Today's game presented by Michaels and Smolak, serious local attorneys. By Damon College, a world of opportunity, more than 65 majors available. Learn more at Damon, DAEMEN.edu. Well played game here so far. Maroons shooting themselves in the foot. 4 holding penalties in this first half.
13 for the Maroons.
Their starting quarterback,
Niskayuna, 17-yard line.
Deshaun Strachan, out of the game.
Scott in the shotgun, flanked by 2 running backs.
Elijah Scott in the shotgun. Scott back to pass.
Scott back to throw.
Gonna throw it up.
Ball
It's intercepted by Quinn down at the 11-yard line. Quinn heading downfield. Quinn trying to cut it down the middle. Still on his feet. Tackled right down at about the 35-yard line.
Niskayuna, looks like on number 11, Dan Quinn.
Scott put it up for grabs.
Play for the Silver Warriors.
Grabbed it, intercepted at the 11-yard line. Took it down 54 yards before he's tackled. Tackled him at the 30, gonna mark it at the 33-yard line. Make that a 56-yard interception return. Great field position, 57.1 seconds.
Great field position for Niskayuna. They're going to take over on the Auburn 33-yard line, 1st and 10, after the nice interception by Quinn.
Plenty of timeouts left. Plenty of time left for Niskayuna. They'll throw it up as well, too. Ball on the right hash mark. Quinn in the gun. Empty backfield.
Ball on right hash.
2 wide receivers to the right, 2 to the left.
4 wide receivers set for Niskayuna.
Quinn gets the pass. Looks downfield, tosses it
Quinn
down.
on the right side.
Ball is caught.
Ball is caught. It's
Tanner
caught.
Wood with the reception down near the goal line.
Ball is caught by number 3, Tanner Wood. Number 3, Tanner Wood.
See where they mark it.
With the catch from Quinn.
Looks like they're going to mark it down at the 2-yard line. Beautiful pass
Down to the Maroons 2-yard line.
down the sidelines. Tanner Wood went up and grabbed it. Outfought the Auburn defender for that ball. 44.2 seconds left. Here come the Silver Warriors knocking on the door.
First and goal for Niskayuna at the 2-yard line. 51 seconds left in the half.
Plenty of time. 51 seconds left. Quinn in the shotgun. Still
Shotgun.
empty backfield. Still. Clock now restarted. Quinn gets the snap. He's going to run himself. Has he got enough to make it? Nope. Short of the goal line at the 1-yard line. They show it. The clock has stopped. Auburn came out of the pile thinking that they had the fumble.
Darrell Overstreet with the tackle for the Maroons.
Timeout called by
Timeout
Niskayuna.
Niskayuna.
We're going to step aside for 30 seconds. Auburn leading 8-0, 37.7 left. We'll be back in 30 seconds here on WAUB.
Going to bring up second goal at the 2-yard line.
Ed Holinsky back here at Holland Stadium. Auburn Maroons leading 8-0. Waning seconds of the second quarter, 37.7. Second and goal for Niskayuna.
Niskayuna at the Maroon 2-yard line.
Quinn in the
Quinn
shotgun.
into backfield.
Back tackle short again of the goal line. Short of the goal line.
Short game again. Timeout. Niskayuna.
We're going to keep it at this point.
Going to bring up third and goal at the 2-yard line.
Good goal
Timeout,
line stance
Silver
by the
Warriors.
Maroons right now. 30.5 seconds left. Today's game brought to you by Christina Clarko for Cuyahoga County Legislature. By Cuyahoga and Dagaboses, unleashing potential in our community. By the Aversa Agency, Where you want to be when you need an insurance policy. By Taco Bell. Live Moss. By Ben Sussman for Cougar County Circuit Court Judge. By the R.G. Wright Agency, your trusted choice independent agency, South Street in Auburn. By SUNY Binghamton, a degree from Binghamton will set you up for success. Visit binghamton.edu. By Mark's Pizzeria, they treat you like family at Mark's Pizzeria. 30.5 seconds left before halftime. Niskayuna comes back onto the field. 3rd and 1, 3rd and goal. Quinn, empty backfield. Quinn takes it himself, going to go forward. To have enough, he does get in for the touchdown. 1 yard touchdown run by Dan Quinn. Puts Niskayuna on the board.
Right side by Dan Quinn. Gets the Silver Warriors on the board.
1 yard run. He's the one that came up with the interception in the 56-yard return earlier. Snuffed off another Auburn scoring chance. Niskayuna going to go for the PAT. You're going to try to kick it.
Cooper Harvey with the PAT attempt.
Cameron Royal. Going to get the snap. Snap down. The kick is up.
Kick is no good.
Kick is no good, but we've got a flag on the play. We've got a roughing the kicker on Auburn. Don't know if we're going to redo that or they're going to go for 2 now. It'll be half the distance to the goal.
But there's a flag on the field. Looks like it's on the Maroons.
Rough the kicker. Niskayuna deciding what they wanted to do. Now they're going to go for 2 to tie this game up.
Ball spot on the 1.5 yard line. Niskayuna looks like they're going to go for 2.
Quinn in the shotgun, empty backfield. He ran for the touchdown. Don't be surprised he's going to go run once again. Going right, he throws it. Wide open.
Number 22, the conversion is good. Darian Parker with the catch.
Darian Parker with the 2-point PAT. And we're tied. 8-8 here, 26.5 seconds. We'll take a 1-minute break here from Holland State. You're going to listen to Auburn Maroons football here on WAUB.
Goldsmith and Overstreet back to return for the Maroons.
Back here at Holland Stadium at Helinski. Matt Meckley producing and engineering. We're tied at 8. Last minute score by the Niskayuna Silver Warriors and a 2-point conversion has tied this game up.
Back deep to return.
Maroons have a lot to talk about at halftime. We'll get through that at halftime ourselves. Niskayuna fakes the onside kick. Now goes back into normal. Ball punched downfield. Trying to pick it up. Ball's on the ground.
Goldsmith picks it up.
Goldsmith going left. Knee touched the ground. He is blown down. You're going to blow him down right at the 15-yard line. 22.1 seconds left. Auburn, 4 holding penalties this first half. giving up 2
Bruins
interceptions.
take over possession on their own 20. First and 10 on their own 20.
One roughing the
22
kicker
seconds left in
penalty.
the half. We're all deadlocked at 8.
A lot of mistakes by the Maroons so far in this game. They could be farther ahead. Game is tied at 8. Going to be the kneel down by Elijah Scott.
That's going to be the end of the very entertaining first half.
And that's going to end the first half here. Auburn's going to let the
Ends
clock
the
run
first
out.
half.
Down to
Deadlock.
seconds here.
Niskayuna, Silver Warriors 8.
We're going to step
Auburn
aside for a
Maroons
4-minute break. When we come back, we'll give you the recap of this first half. You're listening to Auburn Maroons football here on WAUB, and we're streaming live on FingerLakesDailyNews.com. We'll be back in 4 minutes.
Please direct your attention to the center of the field as the Auburn Marching Band gets ready to play for your halftime entertainment.
It's halftime here from Holland Stadium at Helinski. With the play-by-play here, Matt Meckley producing and engineering our broadcast here. We're simulcasting on the Auburn and Large School District stream as well too. Welcome to those viewers as well. It's halftime here. Got a tied-up ball game, 8-8. Good ball game for the most part. Auburn, these are going to be teaching moments with the coaches at halftime. During the game, this first half, they've had 4 holding penalties, 2 interceptions, 1 late in the second quarter here that was returned by Niskayuna's Dan Quinn, 56 yards. Auburn marching down, pass was at the Niskayuna 11-yard line. Quinn out-muscled the Auburn receiver for the ball, took it 56 yards the other way. 1 deep pass down to the 3-yard line. 3 plays later, Niskayuna scores with Quinn on a 1-yard run. Then a 2-point conversion by Niskayuna. Pass to Darian Parker. That was aided by a missed PAT, but a roughing the kicker call on Auburn. Just one of these things where Auburn is just stalling themselves. And I don't mean to be critical in any way, shape, or form. But the fact of the matter is, these are facts regarding this. Make matters worse, Auburn loses their quarterback, Deshaun Strachan, to apparent right knee injury or right knee situation. Don't know, don't believe he's going to come back in the game. Now you have junior Elijah Scott running the show for the Maroons. It'll be interesting to see how he's going to get his feet wet. What got Auburn in trouble during this game with the holding penalties are going wide. Running very effectively between the tackles with their star running back Elijah Benson. I think they're going to continue playing the ground game. One of these times Benson is going to break free for this. So 8-8 is the score right now. The Maroons have played relatively good defensively against the spread offense, Niskayuna Silver Warriors team. Hopefully nobody will be dejected. It'll be very positive, and we'll see what happens. Niskayuna will receive the second half kickoff. We'll see what happens in the third quarter and the rest of this game. We're going to step aside for another 4 minutes. We're listening to the Auburn Maroons marching band right now. Step aside 4 minutes for another break. You're listening to Maroons football here on WAUB.
gentlemen, give the Auburn Marching Band a fantastic round of applause, please. Great job, our band.
Back here at Holland Stadium at Holinsky, let's go through the scoring. This 8-8 game. 1:11 left in the first quarter with Jeremiah Phillips taking an inside handoff. From Auburn Maroons, around right side, race for 41 yards for the touchdown. 2-point run by Deshaun Strachan gave Auburn 8-0 lead.
Also prizes will be 24 cookies made from Just Desserts, Thanksgiving, Halloween, and Christmas cookies, believe it or not. They are having a raffle at the top of the hill at the concession stand. The winner will be drawn at the fourth quarter, so go get your tickets to benefit the football program. Grand prize is the fire pet.
All right, in the second quarter with 26.5 seconds left, Dan Quinn, quarterback for Niskayuna, with a 1-yard run.
Niskayuna takes the field to begin the second half. We have an 8-8 score.
Quinn with a pass to Darian Parker for the 2-point conversion.
Early with a run.
Puts the score at 8-8. We're waiting for the Auburn Maroons to come back out of their locker room right now. Niskayuna is warming up on the field right now. We're going to step aside for another 3 minutes. We'll come back. Both teams should be on the field. We'll be ready for third quarter action here. You're listening to Auburn Maroons football on WAUB. We'll be back in 3 minutes.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome the Maroons back on the field. Give it up for your Auburn Maroons. First half scoring for the Maroons. Jeremiah Phillips with a nifty run off the right side for the touchdown. 2-point conversion was ran in by Deshaun Strachan. For the Silver Warriors, Dan Quinn rumbles in for the touchdown, and the 2-point conversion was good with a pass from Quinn to Darian Parker to tie the game at 8.
Ed Holinsky back here at Holland Stadium. The Maroons are back on the field right now with his helmet on. Going through the calisthenics, quarterback Deshaun Strachan. Don't know if he's got definitely a noticeable lip. Not sure if he's going to be coming back and playing in the third quarter. But it's good to see him with the helmet on, going through the exercises with the other teammates, loosening up right now. Maroons in the locker room for a little bit extra time than usual. We've gone through this earlier in the halftime. 4 holding penalties, roughing the kicker penalty, 2 interceptions. A little bit out of sorts by the Maroons. Mind you, it's the first game of the year. These things are going to happen, but we'll see what happens with this.
Very entertaining beginning of the second half. We're deadlocked at 8.
Auburn will be kicking off the third quarter here.
Niskayuna to receive the second half kickoff from the Maroons.
Today's game presented by Michaels and Smolak, serious local attorney. By Brew Funeral Home, pre-planning is peace of mind. Learn more about it from brewfuneralhome.com. By Mark's Pizzeria, where they treat you like family, only at Mark's Pizzeria. By Damon College, a world of opportunity, more than 65 majors available. Learn more at Damon, DAEMEN.edu. Maroons will be going left to right here in the third quarter.
Wimberly back to receive with number 81.
Could be Meckley Bailey kicking off.
Bailey with a kickoff for the Maroons.
Gonna put a foot into it. Drives it down. Gonna be caught right at the 21-yard line. Wimbley got right out near the 40-yard line. Knocked down right around the 40-yard line by the Maroons.
14, Mackay Bailey.
19-yard return by
Check and Bailey on the tackle.
Wimberly.
Returns going to be first down. Niskayuna on the 40-yard line.
Gonna be good, decent possession for the Silver Warriors. Getting back to today's game brought to you by Tompkins Trust, making your community better.
Position here to start for the second half for the Warriors.
Warriors still at their sideline looking to break. Referees put the ball in play. Clock is moving. Play clock, we're down to 16 seconds right now. Here come the Silver Warriors. Got to come all the way across field. Ball on the left hash mark.
The field with Quinn. Looks to be in the shotgun with number 2. Cole Nappy, flank to his left.
Quinn in the shotgun, 1st and 10. And they called timeout.
It's like early timeout for Niskayuna.
Benson's got to change the jersey now? All right, we just been told Elijah Benson's now wearing 27 in your program instead of 22. Benson, number 27. Niskayuna coming onto the field late. By the time they lined up, the play clock was running down. They had to burn their first timeout without even running a play yet here in the second half. First game jitters. First game teaching moments.
1st and 10 at the 4-yard line for Niskayuna.
Maroons in press defense.
Quinn in the shotgun.
Wide receiver, 1 to the right, 1 to the left. Here comes Quinn going up the middle. Going to get it 4 yards on the play.
14, Mackay Bailey and number 16, Phil Peterson on the duo for the stop.
Coming in for the Maroons as well, number 75, Jaden
Gain
Dawley.
of 4.
Going to bring up in 2nd and 6. Ball still at the left hash mark.
Gain of 3.
Two wide receivers to the right, 1 to the left.
43-yard line for Niskayuna.
Cole Nappy set off to the left. Quinn back to pass, throws it way out there. It's intercepted by Auburn. Intercepted at the 42-yard line.
Number 33. Jeremiah Phillips. Once again.
Jeremiah Phillips picked that up for the Maroons.
Phillips having a day for the Maroons.
Quinn just throwing it up for grabs, threw it in the double coverage. Jeremiah Phillips with the pick for Auburn.
First turnover in the second half gives the Maroons great field position. Ball's going to be spotted at the Niskayuna 34-yard line with the 1st and 10.
Great short field position for the Maroons to start their first possession here in the second half, the third quarter. Good defensive stand by the Maroons. Let's see who's in at quarterback for Auburn. Still going to be Elijah. Number 5, Elijah.
Scott under center.
Hands off up to Benson. Benson powers his way, still on his feet. Spun around, knocked down right around the 28-yard line. Going to be a gain of 7 on the play. Going to bring up a 2nd and 3.
Stop by number 22, Darian Parker for Niskayuna. Nice gain for the Maroons. Brings up a 2nd and 3 on the Niskayuna 28-yard line.
Elijah Scott leading the Auburn offense.
Elijah Scott now in at quarterback for the Maroons, leading their offense.
Not going to be any secret. It's going to be a lot of handoff to Benson. Now wearing 27 in the game. Up man for Auburn. Mackay Bailey. I formation. Goes Benson. Takes the ball. He bounces it. Moves forward down to about the 26-yard line. Going to bring up a 3rd and 2.
6 Hackney with a tackle for Niskayuna.
Make it a long 2, a short 3 for the Maroons.
3rd and a long 2, short 3 for the Maroons.
Clock moving, 9:48 here in the 3rd quarter. Maroons with their early turnover. 4 down territory for Auburn. Scott under center. I formation. Got Phillips the up man. Pass it over to Benson on the pitch. There he goes over to 25. Down to the 20. Down to the 19-yard line. It's going to be enough for a 1st down. Keeps the drive alive for Auburn.
18, Daniel Miller with a solid tackle for Niskayuna.
Here come the Maroons who want to take advantage of that turnover. Scott comes over the sideline, gets the play. Ball marked on the hash mark, short side of the field.
On the 19-yard line. On this unit's 19-yard line, we have 1st and 10.
Not going to be any big secret. Auburn run. Ground Moskov. It's always been a trademark the last 25 years of Dave Moskov teams.
Scott under center.
Scott hands it off to Benson. Benson with a head of steam. Drives it down. Gets knocked out at the 10-yard line. Got a flag on the play. Is there a personal foul?
By number 22, Darian Parker, but there is a flag on the play.
You've got some resistance. The hands are getting thrown up by Tanner Woods, by Niskayuna, saying, who, me? Let's see what the call's going to be. Horse collar. Personal foul on Niskayuna.
Looks like horse collar tackle by Niskayuna. That's going to be a personal foul.
Probably half the distance, marching it down. Going to bring it down right outside the 5-yard line.
That's going to be a 1st down for the Maroons.
1st and 10 for the Maroons. 1st and goal.
Territory. Solid 1st drive here for the Maroons.
Clock stop. 8:46 left here in the 3rd quarter. Maroons knocking on the door.
Line.
Comes Scott under center. A lot of beef up front for Auburn.
Street to the left, Parkman to the right. Maroons in the I formation.
Dom London, the right guard.
In the I.
The I. Go Benson. Hands it off to Benson.
Right side, Benson. Short gain.
Maybe no gain on the play. Stacked them up inside.
Darian Parker. Double-digit tackles for Parker.
Auburn's keeping it very basic inside the tackles. Benson breaking it out. Got in trouble in that 1st half, trying to go wide in the holding penalties. Keep running clock. Keep giving it to Benson. Occasionally give it to your up man.
Looks to be 2nd and 5. Over street flank left, Parkman flank right. Maroons in the I formation.
Scott under center. I formation for Auburn. Go give it to Benson going left. Cuts it inside. Does he have enough? No. Gets it down to about the 3-yard line.
Nifty little run by Benson. Gets it inside the 5.
Short game by the Maroons. 3rd and goal from the 3.
79 with a tackle for Niskayuna.
Ball going to be marked at the left hash mark. Clock moving. We're coming up on 7.5 minutes left in the 3rd quarter. Big possession for Auburn.
3rd and 2.
4 down territory, definitely for the Maroons. Scott going to go under center.
Scott under center with Benson in the high formation.
High formation. Hand it over to Benson. There he goes. Touchdown. Wide open, Elijah Benson. 3-yard touchdown run.
Elijah Benson off the right side gives the Maroons a 14-8 lead, pending the conversion.
7:12 left here in the third quarter. Benson, 3-yard touchdown run. That score brought to you by Mark's Pizzeria, where they treat you like family. Only at Mark's. Let's see what Auburn's going to go. Are they going to go for 1 or 2? Scott's in the game, meaning they're going to go for 2. Got a horse like Benson.
Looks like Maroons are going for 2.
Benson in the eye, just outside the 10-yard line. Going to give him a good 8-yard running start. Benson trying to get in. Does he have enough to get in? They're going to mark him short. PAT no good. And PAT no good. So with 7:12 left here in the third quarter, Auburn leads 14-8. We're going to step aside for 1 minute here on WAUB.
With 22, Darian Parker. 14-8 the score. 7:12 left in the third quarter. Maroons with a 14-8 lead. Solid drive by the Maroons there. Gives them a 14-8 lead. Mostly off the legs of Elijah Benson. Number 14, Makai Bailey will be kicking off for the Maroons. Number 81 back to receive him along with number 7, Davion Wimberly.
Back here at Auburn, Holland Stadium. Makai Bailey to kick off. Punches it down. Going to go out of bounds. Comes the flag.
It's going to be a flag on the Maroons.
Don't know if they're going to take a possession at upfield or they're going to ask for the re-kick. Not sure if that was intended to punch it down by the sideline or just a missed kick. Legal procedure penalty on the kickoff.
Niskayuna takes over possession.
Going to make them re-kick it again.
Niskayuna going to make the Maroons kick the ball over again.
Going to move the ball back to the 40-yard line. Auburn to re-kick.
Davion Wimberly back to receive.
Just for your information, just announced today, the next Auburn Maroons game will be next Thursday, hosting the Fulton Red Raiders here at Holland Stadium. Kickoff 6:30. They moved the Central Square game that was originally for next Friday out to October 1st. That replaced Janesville DeWitt, who opted out of playing football this fall. So next Thursday, we will have the game here on WAUB. I'll be back here broadcasting. Auburn versus Fulton next Thursday, 6:30 p.m. Bailey punches it down.
Wimberly on the return.
Wimberly picks it up at the 23-yard line. Dances out to his left, falls down. Right at the 32-yard line.
Maroons good coverage on the kick.
Good coverage by the Maroons.
Good coverage on the kick by number 14, Makai Bailey. Niskayuna takes over possession.
Today's Auburn Maroons football game brought to you by Brian Muldrow for Cougar County Legislature, by Ben Sussman for Cougar County Surrogate Court Judge, by the R.G. Wright Agency, your trusted choice independent agency, located on South Street in Auburn, by Taco Bell, Liv Moss, Grand Avenue, Auburn. Coming onto the field. Could be a little late as well, too. Niskayuna, they're down to 10 on the play clock. They're just setting up right now. Quinn in the shotgun. Nappy to his left. Quinn back to pass. Throws it downfield. He's got a man.
Nice reception by Wimberly.
Wimberly scampers over down to the 46-yard line. Here comes the flag. It's going to be a personal foul on Auburn to tack it on.
For the big gainer for Niskayuna.
Niskayuna seems to think it's going to be a foul on Auburn. They're pointing downfield. All right, Mr. Referee, what do we have? Horse collar called on Auburn.
Horse collar called on the Maroons. That's going to add to the
I'm not
game.
sure in high school football if that's a 10 or 15-yard penalty.
Gainer off the right side on
They're
the
marching
pass.
it off. We're going to put it down right at the Auburn 32-yard line.
Yardage. First and 10 on the Maroons 32-yard line.
Here come the Silver Warriors.
Abdu
Gonna be
flanked
knocking
out
on the
left,
door
Wood
right now.
flanked out right.
Ball on the right hash mark. Quinn in the shotgun.
Quinn in the shotgun.
Gets a low snap, picks it up. Looks downfield, fires away downfield. Got a man wide open. Broken up.
Incomplete.
Nice coverage on Auburn.
Nice defensive play.
Landon
Number
Forjone.
35, Landon Forjone of that pass.
Broke it up. Broke up that pass.
Intended for number 3, Tanner Wood. Forjone with a nice defensive play on Wood. Incomplete.
Good
pass.
man-to-man
Second
coverage.
and
Broke
10
it
on
up.
32.
Forjone won that battle.
Forjone won that battle. Niskayuna, second and 10 on the Maroon 32.
Quinn in the shotgun. Gets a low snap once again. Going to run forward. Tackled.
Quinn out the shotgun. Gets tackled in the
Going back to
backfield.
pass. That considered another sack by Auburn.
Number 73, Brayden Crosby, a nice defensive play.
Going to bring it back up just outside the 35-yard line. Going to bring up a third.
On the Maroon 35
Between 13
yard
and
line. Nice
14
play by
yards.
75 Crosby.
4-down territory for Niskayuna. Getting darker here. The lights are on. Coming up on that 7:40 time.
Twins left.
High school football at its finest. Quinn back to pass, rolling left. He's going to fire it downfield. He's got a man wide open.
Quinn has a man open.
Completed to
Brady
Tanner Wood.
with the reception.
Broke over the middle,
16,
wide
Brady
open.
Henderson the tackle, but the pass is complete.
Knock him down right around the
Quinn to Wood on the reception brings up a first down for Niskayuna.
right around the 17-yard line.
16-yard line.
First and 10 for the Silver Warriors. Here they come. Up to the line of scrimmage. 2 wide receivers to the left.
Quinn in the shotgun.
1 to the right. Quinn back to pass. Falls down. He looked like his knee hit the ground, but they didn't call it.
Quinn slips, gets up and runs.
Slips. It looked like his knee touched the ground. No whistle. He runs, moves forward for a gain of 5.
Sam Moskoff didn't stop.
Gonna bring up a 2nd and 5 from the 12-yard line. Auburn didn't get the call on that one. Ball,
Spot at the 11-yard line.
left hash mark.
Niskayuna driving.
Quinn in the shotgun. Offset. Thomas Titsworth. Quinn back to pass, throws it in.
Pass down the left side.
Is it intercepted? Fight for the ball in the corner of the end zone. What's the call going to be? There, flag on the play with the referee calling interference on Auburn. Pass interference called by Auburn. Coach Dave Moskow speaking to the official, trying to get a clarification on that.
Looks like pass interference on the Maroons.
Now the Auburn faithful are saying what's on their mind right now. All right, let's see where they're going to mark this. Going to bring it right about the.
Mark the ball back around the 10-yard line.
Make that the 5-yard line. Going to be a 1st and goal.
Quinn with the empty backfield.
Empty backfield. Quinn, low snap. Picks it up. He's going to walk in for the touchdown. 5-yard touchdown run. 4:34 left here.
12-yard touchdown run by number 11, Dan Quinn out the left side. Ties the game at 14.
5-yard touchdown run by Quinn. Ties the game at 14. Niskayuna can take the lead with the conversion.
Niskayuna attempting to take the lead. Number 30, Cooper Harvey with the attempt.
Gonna go for the 1-point conversion. Late player coming on the field for Niskayuna.
37, Harvey with the attempt.
Cooper Harvey trying to give Niskayuna the lead. Snap high, kick down, kick block. PAT no good. Tie game, 14. 4:34 left in the third quarter here. We're going to take a 1-minute break. We're tied at 14 from Holland Stadium.
14 with 4:34 left here in the third quarter. Game here at the home opener for the Maroons, 14-14. Maroons are tied with the Niskayuna Silver Warriors. Niskayuna will be kicking off after the touchdown. Number 9, Darryl Pat Overstreet back to return with number 2, Delmar Goldsmith.
Back here at Holland Stadium, we're tied at 14 here. This non-league game between Section 2 Niskayuna and Auburn.
Niskayuna. Overstreet and Goldsmith back to return for the Maroons.
Overstreet and Goldsmith back for Auburn to return the kick. Auburn dodged a bullet on that PAT. Block PAT. Fake kick. Fake kick by Cooper Harvey. Now they got the normal spacing. Harvey puts a foot into it. Short kick. Picked up.
Goldsmith picks up the drop to the Maroons.
Picks up Goldsmith and is leveled. Picked it up around the 26-yard line. Got leveled right at the 30. Had an up man that could have grabbed it on the fly, but they let it drop. Maroons
take over possession. It's going to be 1st and 10 on their own 31.
Maroons to start at their own 31.
Barn burner for an opener here at the Auburn in Holland Stadium.
14-14 is the score. 4:31 left here in the third quarter.
Isaiah Scott runs on the field as quarterback for the Maroons.
Elijah Scott still at the quarterback. We see Deshaun Strachan on the sidelines from Auburn. No helmet on. Still had that noticeable limp right leg. We won't see him back this game.
Elijah Scott under center for the Maroons.
Benson in the eye, deep in the eye. Don't be surprised. Here goes Elijah Benson. There he goes. Oh, nearly broke it free. Drives it out to about the 36-yard line. Benson slow getting up off the ground.
Looks to be about a 5-yard gain.
He's limping. Coming off the field. Favoring his left leg. Second significant injury to Auburn. Coming in replacing him, Delmar Goldsmith.
Delmar Goldsmith in the game for the Maroons, number 2.
Benson goes right over to the bench there, being assisted to the bench. Going to be looked at by the trainer.
The backers have to fill it.
First is Sean Strachan, now Elijah Benson.
Goldsmith deep in the eye. Parkman flanked out right. Overstreet flank left. Phillips is the fullback.
Pass it back over to, there you go, Delmar. Goldsmith gets it out to the 45-yard line. First carry, gets the first down for Auburn.
Delmar Goldsmith.
The backup is in. Delmar Goldsmith gives Auburn a first down.
Maroons. Ball spotted at the Maroons 45-yard line, first and 10.
This, you know, this situation may give Auburn a little bit more flexibility in their offense.
In the I formation, Scott under center. Phillips is the fullback.
Goldsmith once again gets over midfield, still on his feet, down to the 35, still on his feet, down to the 20, points his way down to the 17-yard line. Tremendous run by Delmar Goldsmith.
Puts the Maroons in the scoring position. Tackle by number 12, Gavin Pendergast.
They mark it at the 17-yard line. Give him a 38 run on that play.
Just came into the game. First down
Look
for the
rather
Maroons.
innocent coming off
Ball
tackle, but
spotted.
Goldsmith was not to be denied. Wasn't gonna be knocked down.
At the
Now the
17-yard line.
Maroons
First
now
down
knocking at the door at the 17-yard line. Coming up on 2.5 minutes left here in the third quarter. Goldsmith giving the Maroons a jump start. Goldsmith, here we go, down the middle. Got ahead of steam. Inside the 5, down to the 4.
Goldsmith down inside the 5-yard line after big gainer.
First down. From the 17 to the 4-yard line. 13-yard gain for Delmar Goldsmith.
First and goal inside the 5.
Goldsmith comes out, takes a blow. Elijah Benson checks back in for Auburn. It's a good sign.
Back in the game for the Maroons after a solid contribution from Goldsmith.
Clock stopped. Now it's being restarted by the referee.
Clock running, 2:15 left in the third. Maroons in scoring position.
Ball marked right at the 5-yard line.
Left jack to
First
the
and
right.
goal for the
Overstreet
Maroons.
to the left. Benson
Middle of
in
the
eye.
field. Goes Benson, pounding his way up the middle.
Handoff
Does he
off
have
the
enough to
right
get in?
side.
Still going to be short. Down at the 1. Called it down.
Inside the 1-yard line. Looks like Elijah Benson.
They point that he's down.
Number 2,
Not sure if the ball came loose or not.
For Niskayuna.
Going to bring up second and goal for the Maroons.
On the stop for Niskayuna. Second and goal.
Wouldn't be surprised if Scott took it in as a quarterback sneak at this point. Great opportunity for him. Brings up a second and goal. Give it a shot. Give it to the quarterback.
Second goal for the Maroons. Overstreet to the left. Flip check to the right.
Scott
Benson
under
in the
center.
I formation behind Scott.
Scott takes it himself. Quarterback keeper. Touchdown.
Touchdown.
Elijah Scott. 1-yard touchdown run on the keeper with 1:16 left.
Elijah Scott with the quarterback keeper.
Quarterback keeper Elijah
Gives the
Scott.
Maroons a 20-14 lead.
Auburn now leads 20-14, going for the PAT. See if they're going to go for 2. Auburn answers back from Niskayuna 3 minutes and 18 seconds later.
Point after attempt.
Auburn takes it down, 70-yard drive.
70-yard drive for the Maroons, capped off by a Scott run, trying to convert for 2.
Scott back in the gun. He's going to run right. Pitches it out. Benson for the 2-point conversion. Pitch it out to Benson. Benson, 2-point conversion.
Gives the Maroons a 22-14 lead.
Maroon, we're going to take a 1-minute timeout. We'll come back. You're listening on Maroons football here on WAUB.
2. Goldsmith with a solid contribution on that drive from the Maroons. Gives them a 22-14 lead. Maroons to kick off with 1:16 left in the third. They lead 22-14. Mackay Bailey to kick off. Number 7, Davion Wimberly to receive along with Javion Abdul for Niskayuna.
Back here at Holland Stadium, here's the kickoff down to the 25-yard line, coming down, running left. Here in midfield, got a flag on the play. Running back is Tanner Wood for Niskayuna. Flag dropped around the 44-yard line.
Once again, he kicks it, he makes the tackle, number 14, Mackay Bailey out of nowhere on the tackle.
The kicker, Mackay Bailey, with the tackle on the kickoff. Got a hold on Niskayuna.
Looks like rolling on Niskayuna.
So what was a good return, gonna march them back probably, their start will probably right around the 30-yard line. Yep, mark it at the 35-yard line, spot foul. Today's game is brought to you by Tompkins Trust, making your community better. By the Varsity Agency, where you want to be when you need an insurance policy. By Taco Bell, Live Moss, Grand Avenue, Auburn. By the R.G. Wright Agency, your trusted choice, independent agency, South Street in Auburn. And by Ben Sussman for Cuba County, Circuit Court Judge. 1:08 left here in the third quarter. Niskayuna starting on their own 35-yard line. Got Quinn in the gun. Low snap. There's the tackle. Got a flag called. Quinn was under attack. Got a flag coming in off the by the line judge. See what the call's going to be on that. It looked like they had Quinn tackled before he got rid of the ball. They're calling illegal procedure on Niskayuna. Will they accept? Is that a dead ball foul or is that? Illegal procedure called on Niskayuna.
Niskayuna being moved back. Looks like the ball's going to be spotted on the 30. It's going to be 1st and 15.
First and 15 for the Silver Warriors. 1:02 left here in the third quarter. Auburn leading 22-14 here at Holland Stadium. Darkness is set in.
Quinn in the shotgun, flanked by Nappy.
Auburn faking the blitz. Quinn back to pass. Trying to look, buying some time, going right. Throws over the middle. He's got his man, Wimberly.
Up right around near the 50.
Got enough for the first down. Out to the 47-yard line.
Barrel tap Overstreet with the tackle.
Quinn running to his right, buying some time, waiting for his receivers to come open. 52.2 seconds. Clock stop. 22-14 Auburn. Now clock restarted. Ball at the right hash mark. Silver Warriors. Quinn back to pass. Good snap. Looks downfield. He throws it up.
Incomplete pass.
They call another. Here comes the late flag. It looks like it's going to be a pass interference called on Darrell Overstreet.
Ball was intended for Javion.
Are they calling? They're calling it offensive pass interference. What's the call, Mr. Referee? Pass interference against Niskayuna.
Looks like offensive pass interference against Niskayuna.
Going to be a push off on the wide receiver. Darrell Overstreet was fouled for Auburn. Created the offensive pass interference. Let's see where they're going to march this off to, and
This is going to be pushed back into their own territory after the penalty.
33.9 seconds left.
Pass interference.
Going to move the ball back to 33-yard line.
Ball's being spotted at the 32-yard
Very
line.
costly penalty. It's going to bring up a
Second and 25.
second and
for the
25
Steelers.
situation
on
for
32. Quinn in the shotgun. First down and 25.
ball on the right hash mark. Quinn gets the ball. Here comes the Auburn Maroons pressure. The jump pass throws it up Wimberly with the catch.
Pass over off the
Right
left
around the
side.
44-yard line. Short gain. 3 Maroons coming in on Quinn.
By
Roll to
John
his left.
Wimberly.
Got it over to Wimberly.
Wimberly with a gainer. Brings it up to the 45-yard line.
Going to bring up a second and 13. 26.6 seconds left.
Second and 13 for the Silver Warriors. At the 44-yard line.
Ball on the left hash
Quinn
mark.
shotgun.
2 wide receivers to the right, 1 to the. Here comes Auburn with the blitz. Quinn running right, throws it up, has a man. Oh, he gets it.
By number
To Park.
22.
Beautiful one-hand catch.
Great hands by number 22.
Darian Parker with the catch.
gainer.
Goes out of bounds. Let's see where they're going to mark him out at. It's going to be enough for the first down.
Jeremiah Phillips.
Great hands by Parker. My goodness. Down to the 38-yard line. 18 seconds left there in the third quarter.
First down for Niskayuna. On the
Silver
Maroons,
Warriors.
38-yard line.
Silver
18
Warriors
seconds left in the quarter.
avoid the bad situation.
Quinn shotgun.
Quinn the shotgun. The ball's on the
Ball
ground.
on the ground.
They got a fumble. Quinn jumped on the ball. Niskayuna still maintains possession. Loss on the play.
Niskayuna gains possession, but there'll be a loss on the play as the third quarter winds
And
down.
that's the end of the third quarter. Auburn leading 22 to 14. We'll take a 6-second timeout. You're listening to Auburn Maroons football here on
Lead the Silver
WAUB.
Warriors of
Back in 1
Niskayuna
minute.
22 to 14. Ladies and gentlemen,
Adelinsky here at Holland Stadium. Matt Meckley producing and engineering. Started the fourth quarter here. It's where the rubber meets the road. Auburn Maroons leading 22 to 14. Niskayuna, Silver Warriors.
Fevers stay around for a very entertaining fourth quarter.
Silver Warriors are driving.
22 to 14 with 15 minutes left in the game.
12 minutes left in the fourth quarter here. Going to bring up a second and 13. Warriors need to get down to the Auburn
Second and 15
28-yard
for
line.
Niskayuna on the Maroons 43-yard line.
Here Quinn.
Shotgun, flanked by Nappy.
Comes Auburn. They're going to jump offside.
Looks to be the Maroons jumped offsides.
No doubt about it. Sam Moskov way offside. Came across the line of scrimmage. Going to give them 5.
That's going to give Niskayuna 5 yards. Ball spotted at the 38-yard line.
Going to give them a second and 9. Auburn anticipating the snap count. Miscommunicated on that one. Here comes Moskov coming in. Here comes the Maroons. Oh, the ball is loose. Picked up by, could have been picked up by Auburn.
Incomplete pass.
They called the incomplete pass.
Pass.
Elijah Benson just knifed right through.
Coming in hot up the left side with the play.
And it just
Pass
smacked
is incomplete.
into Quinn really hard. Quinn had the forward motion going. Could have been a
Ladies and
fumble
gentlemen,
either.
The winner of the Fire Pit raffle ticket number is 12199.
to bring up a 3rd and 9. Could be 4 down territory for the Silver Warriors. Vicious hit by Elijah Benson.
Actually, 3rd and 10 for Niskayuna.
2 wide receivers to the right. Niskayuna. Auburn calls a timeout. Didn't like the lineup. We're going to take a 1-minute timeout. 11:53 left in the 4th quarter. Auburn leading 20-14. We'll be back in 1 minute here on WUB.
199. Go to the concession stand and claim your prize. The winner of the 2 dozen Halloween cookies, Thanksgiving and Christmas cookies is ticket number 12170. You have 10 minutes to come to the top of the hill by the concession stand. Once again, Fire Pit Raffle ticket winner 12199. Halloween, Thanksgiving, and Christmas cookies 12170. Please come claim your prize. After the Maroons' defensive timeout, it's 3rd and 10 on the Maroons' 38-yard line. Niskayuna driving the score.
Back here at Holland Stadium after the Auburn timeout. Going to be a 3rd and 9 situation for Niskayuna at the Auburn 38-yard line. Quinn back to pass. Straight back. Throws it downfield. Got a man.
Downfield.
Man. They call it. There goes the flag. It looks like they're going to call it on Auburn, even though it looked like the wide receiver was stumbling on his own feet. It looks like that call's going to go on Delmar Goldsmith. Going to be called for the pass interference. The question is, was it a catchable ball as well too? Sailed over his head. Lost his balance, lost his feet. Going to cut pass interference on Auburn.
Interference for the Maroons. Going to get the ball deep in.
Going to be a first down.
It's going to be a first down for Niskayuna.
Going to march it off. See where the referee puts the ball down. Going to move it down to the Auburn 23-yard line.
23-yard line of the Maroons.
Going to be first and goal. Check that, 1st and 10 for Niskayuna.
One receiver set for Niskayuna.
Quinn in the backfield shotgun. Puts Wimberly in motion out to the left. Looks, throws it over the middle.
Across the middle is
Caught. Right around the 8-yard line. Caught by number 81.
Number 81,
Javion Abdul with the catch.
Flag in the play.
Got a flag on the play. Right around where he was, Abdul was tackled. The officials got him with the ball in his hands.
This is conferring here.
We're pointing in the direction going back against Niskayuna. Niskayuna is a little bit far from the line of scrimmage. It is a call against Niskayuna.
Penalties against the Silver Warriors.
Dead ball foul. Don't know. I've never seen that signal before, but it doesn't matter. It's moving it. Dead ball foul. Moving the ball back to the 22-yard line. Some sort of personal foul.
Penalty on Niskayuna moves it back to the 23-yard line.
Almost like a personal misconduct. Got the completion down to the 7-yard line. Then the major foul coming back. Going to be Niskayuna back at 1st and 10 at the 22. 11:38 left here. We've only played 22 seconds here in the 4th quarter.
11:38 left here in the 4th quarter. We're 12 seconds into the 4th, and we're into the 22-14 lead.
officials trying to straighten this out right now and discuss what the situation is. In the meantime, we're going nightclubbing now with the music. Officials still talking this over. Players standing around on both teams. Officials huddled right around the 22-yard line. Now the referee coming over to give Dave Moskov an explanation on this. It's one of these times when you wish that the officials had a mic so they could explain what the situation with that. It's one of those calls that you've never seen the hand signals with. Dave Moskov pointing downfield. Now they got the referee and another official trying to explain it to Dave Moskov. Whatever they're trying to tell, Dave's not buying into it. But Dave puts his headset on and we're ready to play football. All right, referee puts the ball in play.
Ball we put back in play.
Niskayuna, 22-yard line. Referee blows the ball.
The ball in the room, 22-yard line.
Now we got a timeout called. All right, they want to get the down right. First down. Get this all straightened out. All right, reset the play clock to 25. Quinn, back to pass. Here comes the pressure. Throws it downfield. Got some hand fighting going on. Incomplete. Hand fighting going downfield. Could have been a little push. Looked like Phil Peterson with the...
Nice defensive player in the corner by Peterson.
It was Phil Peterson. Good defensive play. The hand fighting, trying to get possession. Ball goes, no call on that. Got a player down for Niskayuna in the end zone. We're gonna, with this injury, he's getting up right now. We were gonna go to break. Today's game brought to you by Mark's Pizzeria, where they treat you like family at Mark's Pizzeria. At SUNY Binghamton, a degree from Binghamton will set you up for success. Visit binghamton.edu. By David Dempsey for Cuyahoga County Treasurer. By Terry Cuddy for re-election to Auburn City Council. Want to thank all our advertisers. Auburn High School Sports, it's not too late to become an advertiser with your business. Give us a call, 315-781-7000. We can get you on the air the rest of the season with Auburn High football. Quinn back to pass, looking left, throwing it right. Broken up at the goal line. Defended by Landon Forjone. Good play by Auburn. Good position by Forjone. Box out the receiver from getting position on that pass. Could bring up. Gonna bring up.
22-yard line.
They're calling that third and goal. All right.
Quinn in the shotgun, third and goal.
Third and goal. Here, Quinn escapes the rush. Keeps it at, runs down, slides down right around the 12-yard line. Make that the 10-yard line. They give him the 10. Gonna bring up a fourth down.
Benson in the stop.
It wasn't a third and 22. It was a first and 10. Now it's a first and goal from the 10-yard line. First and goal from the 10-yard line.
First and goal from the 10 for Niskayuna.
Quinn goes hands off, still on his feet. Gets hammered right around the 5-yard line. He may have gotten the 4.
Parkman had a hand in the tackle.
Isaiah Parkman with the stick right at the 5. They mark it just inside the 5. Going to bring up a second and goal.
Parkman and Bailey on the stop, but Quinn run up the middle.
Clock moving. We're
Fourth quarter, 22-14 Maroons.
We're back in some sort of rhythm right now in this game. 10:22 left, clock moving. Here come Niskayuna. Right at the 4-yard line, middle of the field.
Ball stop at the 5-yard line.
Cole Nappy sets it off to the right of Quinn.
In the shotgun with Nappy to his right.
Fakes it to Nappy. Here comes Quinn down the middle. He's stuffed at the 4-yard line. Stood up and dropped.
By number 75, Jaden Dawley, and number 33, Jeremiah Phillips. On the stop for the Maroons.
Going to bring up a third and goal from the 4. Good interior defense by Auburn.
From the 5 for Niskayuna.
Getting the play in from the sideline, signaled in. 9:20 left here in the fourth quarter. Quinn in the shotgun, empty backfield. Quinn going right. They stood up at the 5. They lost a yard. Going to bring up a 4th and 5. 4th and goal from the 5.
Once again, number 14, Makai Bailey on the stop.
Less than 9 minutes here in the fourth quarter. Auburn holding on to a 22-14 lead.
The 5-yard line.
Next Thursday, the Maroons will be in action here at Holland Stadium. They take on the Fulton Red Raiders. We'll have the game call for you at 6:30 here on WAUB. Got a timeout by Auburn. Defensive timeout. We're going to take a 1-minute timeout. We'll be back here on WAUB.
4th and goal for this unit.
Back here at Holland Stadium, Ed Holinsky, Matt Meckley producing and engineering in our headquarters in Geneva. 8:44 left in the fourth quarter. After the timeout, it's 4th down for Niskayuna at the Auburn 5-yard line. Big play, Quinn in the shotgun. 2 wide receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Auburn loading the box. Low snap, Quinn trying to go forward, throws it up. Caught for the touchdown. Crossing pattern to Wimberly.
Number 7,
Davion Wimberly with 8:39 in the fourth quarter.
Looks to be holding against Niskayuna.
Check that. They got a flag on the play. Gonna go against Niskayuna. Gonna wipe out that 5-yard touchdown pass. It was a beautiful crossing pattern. Penalty being marched off against Niskayuna.
Penalty marked up on Niskayuna.
Down to the 17-yard line.
Looks to be the 17-yard line.
Spot foul. Going to bring up 4th and goal from the 17.
4th and goal to 17 for Niskayuna.
Wonder what the Silver Warriors can dial up, what they've got in their arsenal. You know they're going to go empty backfield. Put Brody Johnson to the right.
Empty backfield.
Next to him, Javion Abdu. Timeout now called by Niskayuna. Big play, 4th and goal from the 17. We're going to step aside for a 1-minute break here from Holland Stadium. Back in 1 minute. Back here at Holland Stadium, 4th and 17, 4th and goal for Niskayuna. Defensive coordinator, Matt Moskow, talking with his players on the field. See if they'll be bend but not break. Quinn in the shotgun. Snap back. Throws it over the middle. Broken up at the goal line. Jeremiah Phillips knocks it down at the goal line. Beautiful play intended for Shane Bracken. Auburn to take over a possession. 17-yard line. Dodges a bullet. Maroons still lead 22-14. 8:33 left here in the 4th quarter in regulation. This could go down to the end between these teams. Good season opener for both teams. A lot of teaching moments for both teams. Auburn, a lot of miscues with penalties. A little bit of choppy play here in the 4th quarter. Team trying to get back into some rhythm. Auburn sparked, though. I have to tell you this. Delmar Goldsmith, when he came into the game, gave the Maroons a spark. The Maroons had lost to Sean Strachan, their starting quarterback. I'm going to finish that story. Maroons taking a timeout. We're going to step aside for 1 minute here on WAUB. 8:33 left here in the 4th quarter. Auburn leading 22-14. Maroons start at their own 17-yard line. Good defensive stand by the Maroons. Scott under center. Hands it over. Goes Benson coming around the corner. Down to the 30. Knocked out at about the 37-yard line. 36-yard line. Gain of 19 for Elijah Benson. Benson comes out, takes a blow. Getting back to it, Maroons really got their spark for Delmar Goldsmith. Deshaun Strachan goes out with an injury. Elijah Benson goes down, slow getting up, leaves for a couple plays. Delmar Goldsmith comes in. What a spark coming off the bench. as the backup running back. Got the Maroons going in the right direction. Back on track.
In the backfield. High formation with
Goldsmith
Phillips.
now back in the backfield for Benson. Goldsmith back at the 27, gets the handoff, goes up the middle. Got a stoppage of play. Whistle.
Procedure against the
False
Maroons.
start against Auburn. Gonna move back the Maroons. Gonna bring up 1st and 15 for the Maroons. 8 stops the clock, 8:19 left.
For the Maroons at their own 36. Elijah Scott under center.
Choppy play here in the 4th quarter. Can't get any rhythm into the game.
Overstreet to the left check to the
Scott
right.
under
High
center.
formation for the Maroons.
Goldsmith in the eye, gets the handoff.
handoff.
Goes up the middle,
Goldsmith
trying to
up the
bust it through. Up
Nice
over near
counter.
the 40-yard line.
Right on the 39-yard line. Tackled by number 22, Darian Parker.
Goldsmith to the 39-yard
Number
line.
8, Brody Johnson.
Just had to break
Parker
one more
and
tackle.
Johnson
He's
on the
going
stop.
up farther
Right,
distance,
good
maybe
game
to
by
the house.
Goldsmith.
Goldsmith checks out. Benson checks back in for the Maroons. Clock moving now, and we're under 8 minutes now. All of this, and we've only played 4 minutes here in the 4th quarter. 39-yard line, Auburn. 2nd and 7. Scott gets him out of the huddle. Maroons get up to the line of scrimmage. Got Benson in the back end of the eye.
Center.
Got another flag on the play.
Flag on the play.
Going to be another foul, penalty on Auburn, a 5-yard penalty.
Delay of game.
Delay of game, going to bring it back to 2nd and 12.
2nd and 12 at the Maroons 34-yard line after the delay game penalty.
Stops the clock with
Benson back in the
7:21.
game in the I formation. Phillips at the fullback.
Here you go, give it to Benson. There he goes, up there midfield. Benson just knocking him down. Taken down at the 42-yard line.
Territory before he's tackled by number 80, Brody Johnson.
That was a college football player move.
Pendergast, but not after a big game for the Maroons.
Wow.
That keeps the
Benson
clock
blasts
running.
his way up the front. Gives Auburn a 1st down on a 2nd and 12.
42-yard line.
42-yard line. Keeps the clock moving. Coming up on 7 minutes left in the 4th quarter. It's no big secret. Auburn's going to give it their ground game.
Yoso, flank to the right.
Phillips,
Overstreet, flank
up
to the
man in
left.
the eye. Benson deep in
Benson
the
I
eye.
formation.
There he goes, back to Benson, up the middle. He bounces it outside to the left. There he is to the 35, down to the 34.
Down.
Lowers his shoulder and puts a
Tackled by
punishing
number
hit
11,
on Quinn.
Quinn in the tackle off Benson.
Quinn tried to undercut him at the thigh, and Benson just lowers the shoulder into him. Benson with a gain of 6 on the play. It brings up a 2nd and 4.
Ball spotted at the 35-yard line.
Just inside the 35-yard line.
6 minutes left.
Coming up on 6 minutes in the 4th quarter here.
Benson under center. Musso flank right. Overstreet.
Back in
flank
the
left.
eye. Benson back around the 44-yard line. Ball on the 35.
Goldsmith in the eye.
9 yards back. There he goes. Gives it to Benson up the middle. Here he goes.
Goldsmith up the middle.
Pounds it down to about the 26-yard line. Going to be close to another 9-yard gain on the play.
Once again, double-digit tackles for Darian Parker for Niskayuna.
Ground
Assisted
Moskoff
by Trevor
continues.
Leckie on that tackle. Goldsmith up the middle. Clock is running.
Ball marked at the 26, 1st and 10 for the Maroons.
Ball marked at the 26, 1st and 10 for the Maroons.
5:35 left in the 4th quarter here. Scott gets the play from the from the sideline. They break the huddle. We're 10 on the play clock. They got to hurry it up.
Goldsmith deep in the eye. Scott under center.
3, 2, 1. Gets it away out the bench. Goldsmith. Goldsmith. Oh, awkward tackle.
Nice tackle by
Pitched it
number
out
2,
to the
Brian
right. Knocked him
Nappy.
back right around the 30-yard line. Could be a loss on the play.
Goldsmith.
But Delmar doesn't fumble, and it keeps in bounds, and that clock keeps running. Down to 5 minutes. Milk the clock. Gonna bring up a 2nd and 14.
2nd and 14 on the Silver Warriors.
Checking in
29
for Auburn.
line.
Jack pull up check. Coming out. Daryl Overstreet. Benson deep in the eye. Up back. Jeremiah Phillips. Got a call on the play. Don't know if it's a false start on Auburn or if Niskayuna jumped.
That's going to move the Maroons back 5 yards.
False start on Auburn. Referee keeps the clock going.
Up a 2nd and 18.
Down to 4:20 left in the game.
Ball spotted. Niskayuna's 34-yard line.
34-yard line, 2nd and 18. Auburn's going to get down to the 16-yard line. Definitely four down territory for them. Coming out of the huddle late once again. 4 on the play clock. Scott gets it off. Here we go, going left. And Benson knocked down at the 35-yard line. Stays in bounds. Down to 3:45 left in the game. Going to bring up a 3rd and 19 from the 35.
35-yard line for the Maroons. 3:33 left in the game.
Ball mark just outside the left hash mark.
Formation.
Give the ball to Benson, going right.
Off the right side.
Does he have a crease to get through? Nearly broke it. Gets down to the 29-yard line. Going to bring up 4th down.
Number 3, Tanner Wood with the stop for Niskayuna.
Coming up on 3
Benson
minutes.
carry, Wood with
Clock
the
stop.
Clock is stopped.
Who's calling timeout? Timeout Niskayuna. We're going to take a 1-minute timeout. We'll come back to Holland Stadium with Auburn leading 22-14. Never easy, boys.
Ball spotted at the 30-yard line in Niskayuna. Big play here. 4th and 14 for the Maroons. 3:01 left in the game.
Back here at Holland Stadium, Ed Helensky. 4th and 14 for the Maroons.
Yeah,
3:01 left in the
for the
4th
Maroons.
quarter. Auburn, 4th and 14. Want to try to get and throw it off to the side. Overstreet going to throw it back down. Wide open man. Touchdown. Lateral pass. Lateral pass. And then fired down to Isaiah Parkman for the touchdown. Trick play on a 4th and 14 from the 30-yard line. 30-yard touchdown pass. Daryl Overstreet.
With a touchdown pass at 21, Isaiah Parkman.
To Isaiah Parkman.
The 28 14.
2:52 left in the fourth quarter. Auburn now leading 28-14. Going for two.
Goldsmith and
Making it a
going for
two-score
two.
game.
Scott under center.
Scott rolling left.
Move leg to the left.
Gonna throw it himself.
Throwing it. Incomplete.
Out of bounds,
Game
incomplete.
stays,
PAT no
28-14.
good. Auburn leading 28-14.
The Maroons with a 14-point lead with two.
We're going to take a 1-minute timeout. We'll come back. You know that Niskayuna's going to be throwing it. We'll be back 1 minute here from Holland Stadium. Back here at Holland Stadium. 2:52 left here in the fourth quarter. Maroons leading at 28-14. Auburn to kick off. Plan on seeing Dan Quinn throwing it up quite a bit for Niskayuna. They're not going to go down without a fight.
Back to receive, along with Avion Wimberly for Niskayuna.
Bailey squibs it.
Squib kick.
Squib kick.
Fielded
Jumped on at the
about
38-yard line.
Brady Daniel Miller fields the kick for Niskayuna.
Silver Warriors going to start at their own 38, 62 yards to go. 2:50 left. 2:50 left in regulation. Auburn up by 2 scores, 28-14. Today's game presented by WAUB is presented by Michaels and Smolak, serious local attorneys. By David Dempsey for Cuyahoga County Treasurer, Terry Cuddy for re-election to Auburn City Council, Christina Clarko for Cuyahoga County Legislature, Brian Muldrow for Cuyahoga County Legislature. Thank you to all our advertisers. It's not too late for you business owners in the Auburn area. If you'd like to advertise with us, support of Auburn Maroons football here on WAUB, give us a call, 315-781-7000. We'll take care of it for you. It's affordable. Quinn back to pass. Flushed out of the pocket's going to run it. Going to run out of bounds, stop the clock. Going to mark him down right around the 44-yard line.
Right around the 44-yard line.
Give him a gain of 6 on the play. Going to bring up a 2nd and 4. Stops the clock with 2:43 left.
Gain of 6, 2nd and 4.
Ball on the left hash mark.
44-yard line.
2 wide receivers going to the right. Looks like 1 to the left. Quinn in the shotgun. Offset back next to him. Looks like Cole Nappy. Quinn back to pass. Going to his left. Throws it way downfield. Caught. Caught. And going to go in for the touchdown.
Looks to be touchdown.
Wow. 56-yard touchdown pass.
Touchdown. Looks like number 80, Brody Johnson down the left side.
Brody Johnson. 56-yard touchdown reception.
$56-yard touchdown
Pass from Dan Quinn.
Johnson.
And just like that,
Makes the lead 28-20 for the Maroons.
21 seconds later, after Auburn scores, here come Niskayuna.
Niskayuna answers 21 seconds after the Maroons.
Niskayuna to go for 1 on the PAT. Going to be Cooper Harvey, and the kick is good.
Good.
And with 2:31 left, now the score is one score, 28-21. We're going to take a 1-minute break. We'll be back here at Holland Stadium.
Niskayuna's 56-yard touchdown pass cuts the lead to 7. 2:31 left here in a very entertaining game in the fourth quarter.
Back here at Holland Stadium at Holinsky, we get 2:31 left in regulation here. Niskayuna the kickoff.
Goldsmith back to receive for the Maroons, along with.
The question is Niskayuna going to play it out deep, or are they going to go for the onside kick? Cooper Harvey going to kick it off.
Cooper Harvey kicked off for Niskayuna.
Niskayuna is bunched up right now. They have faked it a few times.
With Scott.
They thought about kicking it short once again. Now Auburn spreads out. Don't get caught up too much. Auburn hasn't spread out too much. They're keeping a normal distance. It is a squib kick. 10 yards and it goes out of bounds.
Squib kick by Niskayuna.
Went 10 yards. Did it go out of bounds first? What's the call going to be? Niskayuna jumping up and down.
Looks like the Maroons take over possession after the squib kick.
Was it touched beforehand or did it go out of bounds? We got the official marking the ball at the 49-yard line. It must have been touched. But Niskayuna did not maintain possession on it. On the recovery.
Maroons will take over possession.
Changing balls with the Auburn Maroons right now. That means Auburn's got possession of it. Their own 49-yard line. 2 minutes and 30 seconds left in the game. All of that took a whole 1 second. You know what Auburn's going to do. Ball on the right hash mark. We've got Elijah Benson in the game. Everybody's creeping up for Niskayuna at the line of scrimmage right now because Benson getting it. Up the middle, Benson stood up. Gets on the other side of midfield down to about the 48-yard line. Maybe a gain of 2, maybe 3 on the play.
Brings up second down.
Clock moving. We're at 2:15.
And 3, second and 7.
40-second play clock. We're down to 30 seconds on it right now.
Ball's placed on Niskayuna, 48.
Elijah Scott coming off the sideline with the play for Auburn. 2 minutes left for Auburn in this game. 17 on the play clock. Auburn just breaking the huddle right now. Going to take their time. Probably not
break the huddle with Scott under center.
till about maybe 1 or 2 seconds left. Nope, they snap it with 5. Here goes Benson. Bulldozes way. Wow. Down to the 43-yard line of Niskayuna. Going to be a little short. Put his shoulder down. It's like getting hit by a bus.
Benson lowers the shoulder. 3rd and 2.
Going to make it about 3rd and 3 right now. Mark it at the 42. They've got to 43. They've got to get down right about between the 40 and 41. 1:10 left in regulation. Auburn holding on to a 28-21 lead. Season opener for both teams. 6 on the play clock. Scott gets it, hands it over to Benson. Benson going right. Has he got enough for the first down? Yes, he does. Crosses the 40-yard line. They stop the clock to move the chain. 50.6 seconds left.
Number 80, Brody Johnson on the tackle.
First and 10, it's just a matter of time. We're running the clock out. Clock has started now. We're down to 45 seconds.
First and 10 for the Maroons on the 40-yard line. Clock ticking.
17 on the play clock. Auburn just coming out of the huddle right now. Down to 10 on the play clock. Gonna go kneel down formation right now. Scott kneels it down. Down less than 20 seconds right now. Down to 15.
And my friends, that looks to be it.
Auburn's coming on the field. Niskayuna with no timeouts. Down to 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That'll be it. The Auburn Maroons victorious 28-21 here at Holland Stadium. Good home opening win by the Maroons. Wasn't easy. That fourth quarter just seemed to take an eternity. But Auburn had enough to score. Auburn with the season opening win, their 6th in a row for 2021, counting the spring season. We'll be back in 3 minutes to wrap this up. You're listening to Auburn Maroons football here on WAUB. Back in 3 minutes.